This is a special podcast from the Cliff Moone for North Carolina House campaign. I am Cliff Moone. The motto of my campaign for the North Carolina House has been conservative values, a progressive vision. While I have written and spoken about the meaning of this phrase before, I want to give a more complete explanation of why I have made this the basis of my campaign. For me, conservative values are those values that stand at the heart of our American Republic, the representative democracy which was birthed from the revolutionary concepts expressed by Thomas Jefferson in the Declaration of Independence. The central democratic concept embodied in the Declaration is that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration goes on to proclaim that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. It is from this and from the 6 stated purposes of the U.S. Constitution to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, that I derive my understanding of true conservative values. These ideas and my interpretation of them set the boundaries within which I frame my beliefs and values as a citizen of this republic and as a candidate for public office. These beliefs are as follows. First, personal freedom with personal responsibility is a bedrock American value. Connected to this idea is a view that if my freedom diminishes yours, then it also diminishes mine, and vice versa. It further means that in a free society, we must allow for differences without imposing uniformity of belief or behavior where no harm is done to our neighbor. Second, I believe in constitutionally limited but not gutted government. This means we should strive for the smallest possible government at any level that is functioning to fulfill each of the 6 purposes of the Constitution enumerated in the preamble. In a representative democracy, whether we participate or abdicate, we are the government. And in such a republic, we need to recognize that government is neither a devil, as many conservatives claim, nor a messiah, as some liberals pretend. Rather, government is an instrument, a tool by which we, the people, establish and maintain a civil society and make progress possible. When we demonize government in a representative democracy, we undermine the very means by which we are able to create and preserve the justice, equality, and freedom proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence and established by the Constitution. The third conservative value I hold is that the family is the basic unit of a functioning society. Strong, healthy families build strong, healthy communities. But to be strong, families do not have to all be alike. Fourth, the taxpayers' money is a sacred trust. Therefore, our representatives must always be looking out for fraud and waste. Revenues received from the people come with an expectation that such funds will be used prudently and wisely for the good of all, not just the already and powerful few. Government waste and corporate greed, for example, are both bad and must be curbed. Fifth, balanced budgets are always best. Still, we cannot become what my grandmother called penny wise but pound foolish. No one ever grew a business or a state simply by cutting. Growing a business or a state requires wise investing. Sixth, a strong, growing middle class is essential for prosperity for all. One of the biggest threats to our representative democracy today is the growing income gap between those at the top, those in the middle, and those at the bottom. Two-tiered societies inevitably become tyrannical and unjust, and usually fall into social upheaval and revolution. Seventh, that last point underscores the most necessary conservative value of all. Nobody, Nobody is a leftover citizen. Everyone counts, everyone has value, and deserves dignity. In our military, a fairly conservative institution, for every unit, every company, every battalion, there is a common creed. We will leave no one behind. That should also be the society we all dream of and work for. These are 7 specific principles which I believe are clearly conservative values, values we strive to preserve and advance. I believe they form an enduring foundation for our republic and for its progress. So what is a progressive vision that can grow out of these conservative values? First, a progressive vision begins in upholding individual personal liberty while acknowledging that we do so within a society and as a part of a social contract. Therefore, it is never simply or only about me. It is also about we, as in we the people. Second, government's first duty, as Jefferson so aptly put it, is to secure the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, along with all other rights for all the citizens who consent to that government. As the ancient law code of Hammurabi states it, the first duty of government is to protect the powerless from the powerful. Furthermore, a progressive vision argues that the moral test for any society is determined by how it provides for the young, its children and youth, how it cares for the elderly, and how it treats those on the margins of society, the sick, the homeless, the helpless, distressed, and the poor. Fourth, economically, a progressive vision proposes that equal opportunity means equal opportunity for all, not just those like me or like you, and not just those already successful or financially secure. The economic test of a fair and just society is that in trying to climb the economic ladder of success, everyone plays by the same rules, gets to climb the same ladder, and doesn't have the ladder pulled out from under them by those who've already made it to the top. Fifth, taxes are the investment each of us makes in the stability, fairness, and progress of our society. The level of this investment to be made by each individual is based on the premise that those with the broadest shoulders should bear the heaviest burden, as conservative Prime Minister David Cameron has stated. Taxes thus become seen as our common and shared investment in a better future. Sixth, progress, economic, social, and moral, is not only possible, it is imperative. And seventh, a progressive vision insists that it is impossible and undesirable to live in the past. It insists we must learn from the past, live in the present, and pursue the future. This provides a brief, incomplete, but hopefully informative philosophical overview of the concept of conservative values, a progressive vision. I hope that it will help give insight into my particular American political perspective. I am Cliff Moone, candidate for the North Carolina House. Thank you.